Hey there everybody, how you doing? I am Francis and welcome back to Corpse Party Blood Drive. Last episode we started the 4th extra chapter but we did not finish it. It gave us a chance to save and that tells me that this is longer than the other 3 extra chapters we have done thus far. Here's a quick recap on what happened in case you need it, alright? So, Sayaka has been possessed by a child spirit that really loves sweets. After Sayaka was able to break free, it moved on to possess Naho and then possessed Inumaru. Sayaka suggested that instead of exercising the spirit because she feels sorry for the spirit, she wants to appease it instead by giving it something that it never had before. So Aiko knows this cafe, I forget what it's called, but she's taking us there and that's where we left off. So let's jump back into this and let's continue, alright? Oh yeah, and this is happening while Aiko is being possessed, being attacked by her friend who succumbed to the darkening. We pushed open the heavy doors and heard the clinking and clamoring of a very unique door chime as we stepped across the threshold. A server quickly came and took Aiko's reservation ticket, then guided us to our seats. I can't take it anymore. Inumaru began sucking on some candy while we waited to stave off his insatiable hunger. When our menus arrived, he opened his in record time and began salivating. Yeah, remember, Inumaru still has the child spirit inside him. It never left him. The dessert menu, which represented the majority of this cafe's famous offerings, was filled with items that aroused our appetites. Wow, caramel honey pancakes, topped with chestnuts, baked donuts with hot chocolate fondue, mixed berry waffles and 3 flavored sorbet? This is making me hungry. A banana omelet smothered in mango sauce? What should we do, Naho? Everything here sounds amazing, I can't choose. Yeah, we've already had enough sugar to keep us up all week. But we can't very well come here and not order something. Excuse me, we're ready to order. Sayaka and I were still deciding, but Aiko flaved down a server anyways. I'm kinda surprised that Sayaka and Naho are still hungry. They ate a lot of sweets while they were possessed. He was an elderly man with a very professional, very respectful disposition, and strangely, I kinda felt like I recognized him. Oh, do you? What can I get for you today? Waldo, that name sounds familiar. I have the no-bake green tea cheesecake and white flour chimera, and a roasted green milk tea, please. Very good. I'll take everything from this page to this page. Oh boy. Alright. Whoa, seriously? I have to, I'm so hungry. I feel like I'm about to die of starvation. Yeah, Sayaka, you were possessed by the spirit before. I think you know that when it's inside you, it basically puts you in a state of never-ending starvation. Well, okay. Will that be all? Naho, what are you getting? How about chamomile tea and a banana omelet? And I'll have the raspberry chiffon cake with a peach tea. Excellent choices. I'll get your orders in right away. Thank you, Waldo. This person. I swear I've seen him somewhere before. The server swiftly took his leave as I tilted my head, trying desperately to place him. This wasn't just someone I met once or twice, but numerous times. Yet, for the life of me, I couldn't figure out where, or under what circumstances. Hey, doesn't our server look familiar to you guys? I don't know, you guys didn't show a picture of him. If it did, maybe I would have recognized him. I posed the question to the table as a whole, but Sayaka and Inumaru just flashed me a strange look. Well, maybe he looks familiar to you, Naho, but maybe they never seen him before. You think? I can't imagine I've ever forget a gentleman like him, but no, I can't place him either. And I can't really remember anyone other than Sayaka. Inumaru, are you telling me besides Sayaka you've never met anybody? Ever? How do you know Naho then? How do you know Aiko? Though I'm guessing this is the story of how they met Aiko because at this point, they know Aiko's name, but they're not exactly friends. Yeah, I think this is working on that. What about you, Aiko? I know him very well. Look over there. He's that girl's assistant, no? That girl? What girl? I followed Aiko's finger with my eyes, and found myself face to face with a young girl wearing a Lorda-style dress decorated liberally with ribbons. Oh, Magari! Oh, I think it's coming back to me. Waldo, wasn't Waldo... Yeah, he's part of the Matubas! I was about to say, isn't he the leader? But no, I don't think he was the leader, but... Yeah, he's part of the Matuba, tome. Hello to you, Seinoki, and her delightful friends. Huh? Aren't you that transfer student? Magari Mizuki? She studied our reactions for a moment, then got up from her chair and approached me. Oh boy. Mizuki had recently transferred to our class, though no one really knew much about her. Her features were doll-like with perfect skin, complemented by that adorable outfit. She was cheek-pinchly cute at first glance, but beneath the surface, she was ruthless and cruel. Is this the story of how Magari became like heated enemies with Naho? Because I remember that was the thing with Magari when we first met her. And as far as ruthless and cruel goes, well, yeah, don't get me wrong, I can see that, but once you really get to know her, Magari wasn't really that bad. Our saver is Waldo Mizuki, Magari's butler. Ah! Intelligence indeed. Aiko Niwa. Very, very impressive that you even know about Waldo. She crackled and pulled over a chair from a nearby table. Oh, she's gonna be sitting with us, isn't she? Oh boy. And Sunny, she was now sitting with us, like we were old friends catching up. What's the meaning of this? Why are you even here? Because I own this place. Oh, you do? For real, or are you just being a bit full of yourself? What? You lie. I don't lie. Or at least, I'm not lying right now. Aiko, you knew this would happen when you brought us here, didn't you? I gave her the stinkiest stink eye I could manage, but she just shrugged her shoulders nonchalantly. I had an inkling, yes, but I didn't exactly know. What are you plotting? Why would I be plotting anything? Because that's just who you are and what you do? Because if we'd known this place belonged to her, we wouldn't have come, so spit it out. So demanding! Now you asked who the owner of the Cafe Horta was? However, did you? Well, no, when you invite someone somewhere, I think the last question they would ask is, who owns this place? That doesn't matter. You could have still said something. Sayaka puffed up her cheeks and stared at Aiko. Mizuki is seriously the last person we need to get involved with right now. I previously found myself butting heads with Mizuki over supernatural matters, and naturally Sayaka had gotten pulled into the fray as well. But strangely, so had Aiko. Yet now, all of a sudden, Aiko had invited us to a cafe owned by Mizuki, which suggested to me that she had some nefarious plan in mind. Yeah, and I want to know what that plan is. Because remember, up to this point, well, we knew Aiko by name, but Naho and the others didn't exactly, like, call her a friend. And all of a sudden, she just comes out of blue, invites us here, which is owned by Magari, which not many people, she's not friends with many people, let's say. Yeah, there's something you're scheming. What are you up to, Aiko? If you're the owner of this place, Mizuki, then I guess that must mean you're pretty rich, huh? Inumaru naturally again was the only one of us totally out of the loop about her. He thought nothing of making small talk with someone he presumably saw only as a questmate. Not really, this isn't anything special. Also, who are you again? Hiroyuki Inumaru. You can think of me as Sayaka's lover from a past life. That'll tell you everything you need to know. In your dreams, buddy. In your dreams. Oh, from a past life, huh? Yep, that's right. You can tell because our pinkies are bound together by the red string of fate. Sure it is. You're pretty funny. Mizuki, you shouldn't believe a word this lying dog tells you. You're better off just ignoring him. I don't know, his story seems pretty genuine to me, and I'm pretty good at judging these things. Mizuki smiled brightly. It was hard to tell whether she was serious or just trying to mess with Sayaka. Well, if you believe her words that she doesn't lie, I think she's being genuine. The look in her eyes was plainly that of an evil mastermind. Yet her smile was absolutely perfect and beautiful in every way, which somehow made it all the more unsettling. Yeah, you know, I can believe that. Like, you have the eyes, like the evil eyes, but you have like the most beautiful smile ever. Yeah, I don't know if I can trust that or be afraid of that. So, why are you sitting with us again? Because I was hoping we could be friends. After what you did to us? How dare you? What did she do? What? Oh dear, am I being shunned? Your own classmate? Cruelly excluded from your clique? That's a form of bullying, you know. I didn't mean it that way. You just what? You bully me for the hell of it? For no other reason than your own amusement? That's even worse. I had no idea you were that kind of person, Sayaka. Uh-oh. Huh? Sayaka's cheeks swelled up, bit by bit. Oh no. They almost looked like you could prick them with a pin and they pop wide open. Let's not do that, okay? Sayaka's precious. We can't hurt her. Bear with it, Sayaka. But no! I don't like her any more than you do, believe me. She is your classmate though, is she not? In which case, it does seem a bit pitiful for her to get excluded. Okay, you make a point there, Aiko. Seems like you got a good head on your shoulders after all, Aiko. Whose side are you on? That should be obvious. You needn't even ask. I'm on the side that will benefit me the most. And if Magari and I have a good relationship with one another, I might just be able to hear a little more about her spirit items. Ah, classical Aiko. Always looking for a profit. Besides which, I've always felt that tea never tastes quite as sweet after you've ousted someone from the table. Yes, yes. It's all just as Aiko says. Why are you being so unfriendly toward one another? Inumaru was clueless, and it would take far too long to explain the situation to him, so I figured it was easier just to ignore him completely. I looked everyone else square in the eye for a second though, ultimately settling on Sayaka. She was in tears. Oh no. If Sayaka is seriously crying, there's no turning back. I have to stand my ground here. I'm sorry, Mizuki, but I really think we're going to have to insist you not join us at our table. Oh, is this when the rivalry was born because she was excluded from the table? I get why Naho is doing it though, because Magari made Sayaka cry calling her a bully. That's your final answer then? I hope you're sure about this. Refusing the owner's favor means no banana omelet, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, okay, And Sayaka doesn't get to eat her scrumptious chiffon cake. Can you live with that? Oh no. I'm sorry, Sayaka. Are we forced to cancel the orders from your other two guests as well, naturally? Wait, I can understand you wanting to cancel our orders, but you're gonna be making a lot of money off Inumaru, who literally ordered everything from at least 2 pages on your menu. What? But I'm so hungry! You think I care? If you're that hungry, go shove your cheap-ass junk food down your face hole outside. Hehe. I never heard anyone refer to somebody's mouth as a face hole before. That's a dick move, Mizuki. It kinda is, yeah! I didn't want to be this confrontational, but I didn't see that I had much choice. Besides which, it was really a dick move. Yeah, it kinda is! Owner or not, if you get excluded from the table, you have no right to be like, well, okay, then I'm going to cancel your orders. Yeah, you don't do that. You can't do that. We came all the way here, but because we weren't sucking up to the owner, we had to leave without eating anything? That's just unprofessional. It shouldn't have even been an option. Well, here's the thing. I think even owners have higher ups. Better talk to them. Fine. You wanna sit with us? You can sit with us. Really now? But only on one condition. I wanted to eat these supposedly legendary sweets, but Sayaka was too near and dear to me for me to just let this go on Mizuki's terms. So I decided to do some bargaining. If you promise you won't do anything to get under our skins, then fine. We'll allow you to sit with us. I don't think she's going to agree to those terms, sorry Naho. Mizuki's eyes widened and a grin crept across her face. You mean something like this? Uh-oh. Whoa! She moved faster than my eyes could see. Suddenly, she had my arm and was pulling me in close. And then before I knew it, I was feeling a continuous warm and squishy sensation on my cheek. Naho's cheek! Her cheek! My, how passionate. Well, that's really something. Isn't it normal for girls today to kiss each other on the cheek? I don't think so. I'm not a girl, so I'm the wrong person to ask. Huh? Sayaka? Has the shock of this public display rendered you speechless, Sayaka? I think she wishes she was a part of it and she was the one kissing Naho. Personally, I'm shocked you haven't told us that you're melting yet. You poor thing. Though really, how long are you two planning to stay like that? This was around when I finally came back to my senses. Instead of just a simple peck on the cheek, Mizuki had been sucking my skin this entire time. And now that this realization had finally dawned on me, I immediately pushed her away. I cannot speak, apparently. What the hell are you doing? Get away from me! Nom. Gah! Your cheek just looks so delicious. I simply had to have a taste. I don't know how to respond to this. Finally distanced from my cheek, she squared ferociously at me, seemingly sizing me up to determine whether or not I was worthy of remaining in her establishment. Evidently, I passed the test, as she finally raised her arm into the air and snapped her fingers, signaling to her butler. Bring them here, Wado. Yes, ma'am. On Mizuki's command, the butler-cum-server arrived with a literal wagon full of sweets. Mizuki stood up, still smiling gleefully, as various plates and teacups were neatly, almost ceremoniously placed in front of each of us. Whoa. They all look amazing. Is it real okay to start eating? I don't think I can wait any longer. Oh, please go ahead. I give you my personal guarantee that the sweets here at Cafe Hortha will provide you with the ultimate sugary escape. Well, if it gets rid of that spirit in his head, go for it. Sweet! Inumaru wasted no time digging into dish after dish, barely stopping to chew his food before shoveling another forkful in his mouth. Possessed or not, it was a terrifying sight to behold. Yeah. This is incredible! I'm glad to hear it suits your taste. Now come on, everyone. Dig in, I insist. Seinoki, would you like me to feed you? What? No, I'm quite alright. No need to be so modest. We're bestest buddies, aren't we? And what's a little spoon feeding between besties? Whoa, back it up a second there. Since when have we been bestest buddies? Since she was, sucking on your cheek. What's this? Has Naho made herself another best friend? Your popularity truly is staggering, you know. As your best friend myself, though, it does concern me a bit. That's not what I call you either, Aiko. You hide your embarrassment so very skillfully, Naho. What embarrassment? Oh yes, play it off like usual. I know how shy you are deep down. You have a good poker face though, so it took me quite a while to figure you out. You know, this is starting to get kind of old. I had a splitting headache at this point, and I could think of no better cure for it than vast quantities of sugar. I took my knife and fork and cut off a big piece of my banana omelet, shoving it in my mouth and, well, swishing it around a little to savor it. Mmm, amazing. This may be the finest dessert I've ever had. The sweetness of the soft sponge cake and the richness of the cream melted together in my mouth to create a veritable symphony of flavor. And mixed in with it was the bittersweet banana itself, the crown atop this royal treat. What do I do? My hands, they won't stop! Right? Surprisingly, Mizuki's expression had changed to something altogether more innocent than before, as she delightedly ingested spoonfuls of sweet confection. Hers was a parfait topped with a cavour of grapes. Mmm, this is so delicious! I truly am a genius! It's not like you're the one who made it though. Yeah, you're the owner, but you're not the person making the sweets. Sorry, Magari, but you're really not. I held my tongue, better not to stir the pot right now. Yeah, she'll take the food right out of your hands. To help keep me quiet, I shoved another piece of omelet into my mouth. I really can't deny the quality of this food. This place definitely warrants its reservation-only nature. My dessert was basically flawless. And though I was very, very full, I just couldn't stop going back for more. Every now and again, this really isn't so bad, is it? Spending time with friends at the school, indulging in tea and sweets? It's kind of a new experience for me. Usually the only person I can count on to be there for me is Wado. Oh. But I'm really having fun here, so everything's on me, meaning you better not hold back. Oh, really? Thank you, Magari. Thank you very much. Well, okay, if you're sure. I have to admit, this caught me off guard. I never expected someone like Mizuki to be so amiable. I forked another omelet piece into my mouth, feeling cautiously triumphant. Soon enough, I was not beyond sated, but happy as well. Looking around, the others seemed to be in high spirits as well. Except for... Aw, Sayaka. Poor girl. Sayaka, who still hadn't even picked up her fork. Sayaka? What's wrong? I can't just accept this! Huh? I'm your #1 bestest friend of them all, Naho, aren't I? Of course you are. Just because I have new best friends doesn't change that any. Yeah. Startled by this question, I made a mistake of hesitating in my answer. It wasn't a lie. All anyone had to do was watch the two of us in action, and it was obvious we were as close as friends could be. But Sayaka saw my hesitation as a clear indicator that I was lying. She took it as an implied no. Oh no! And her self-confidence suddenly fell through the floor. Oh no! If I'm not #1, then what place am I? No, Sayaka, you're absolutely my #1, honest. I mean, there's not even any contest. You have nothing to worry about. Really? Really? So come on, don't cry. I'm not crying. I guess she got me there. She wasn't crying, but she looked like a volcano about to erupt. Oh dear. She continued to study my expression for a while with her vaguely watery saucer eyes. So, on your next day off, can we go to the cat cafe together? Of course we can. Yes, of course, if that's what you want. We can go to all the cat cafes together. Before that though, can we go buying matching clothes so we can wear them there together? Of course we can. Huh? We can go as a pair, right? Because I'm your #1 friend, right? I guess it'd be okay if it were some place without a lot of people, but to a cat cafe? You don't want us to match! Oh, Sayaka. No, I didn't say that, Sayaka. Oh, okay, you know what? Let's do it. We'll go in matching clothes. Dressing as a pair might be kind of fun. Might be a fun change of pace. So will you open up and say ah for me there? Like you did with Aiko? Huh? This time I was kind of a loss for words. Going as a pair to a popular place like a cat cafe and getting fed by her on top of that? It's just... What do you mean by that? Did you really do that with Seinoki, Aiko? Uh-oh. Oh, yes, in the classroom just before coming here. But I put that whole incident behind me at this point. I very much hope you don't hold a grudge against me for it, Sayaka. If Aiko was able to do it, then I want to do it too. Sanoki, open your mouth for a sec. Oh boy. No, if you're going to lay a finger on Naho from this point on, you're gonna have to go through me first. Uh-oh. Sayaka, you don't notice about her, but she can very easily do that. Oh, you sure that's what you want? Hold it, we're just going in circles here, so everybody who's not Sayaka, please shut your mouth. Sayaka and Mizuki looked like they were about to face off in epic combat. So I decided enough was enough and stepped in to put a stop to it. Good on you. And in doing so, I realized that our customers in the establishment had fallen silent as well. And were all staring at us. Uh-oh. Look who became the center of attention. That wasn't as much of a surprise as it probably should have been, though given how loud we were being. You need to calm down, Sayaka, okay? I am calm! No, you're not. I can tell you're losing your cool. How about you eat some cake to soothe your nerves? See, doesn't that look good? I tried to divert her focus to one of those chifa cakes we'd received, but Sayaka just kept her gaze firmly glued on mine. Uh-oh. Then she leaned in forward me and sparked an idea of flashing across her face. If you don't want to open up and say ah, then I want to kiss you on the cheek, like Mizuki did. Huh? Come on, Naho, that should be fine, right? A little kiss between besties, it's what they do, right? Sayaka approached me quickly and I instinctively shrank back into my chair a bit. Sayaka, please, get a hold of yourself. I am, and I'm going to disinfect my dear Naho's cheek. What was that? Oh no, are you implying my lips are anything but pure and perfect? Do you need me to kiss you too to prove it? Uh-oh. I will not kiss anyone but Naho, and Naho can't kiss anyone but me. Sayaka, please, quiet down. But Naho... I believe I have a solution to this dilemma. How about each one of us, in turn, feeds her and kisses her on the cheek? Oh. I had a feeling it was going to come to this. Then we'll all be on the same page, you see. What is wrong with you, Aiko? Yeah, if we all do it, then what's the point anymore? Well, think about it, Sayaka. The reason you're depressed right now is because Magari and I were able to flirt with Naho in ways that you weren't, right? Well, yeah, but... And meanwhile, I'm depressed because Magari was able to kiss her, and Magari is depressed because I was able to feed her. So if each of us do to Naho now, that which we haven't done before, we'll have each both kissed her, and fed her, and the slate will be wiped clean. And once we've all experienced the joys of intimately flirting with Naho in these two separate ways, peace will finally return to the cafe. I get where Aiko's coming from, but the only person that's not on board with this is Aiko, not Aiko, Naho, and I don't blame her one bit. Wow, that's brilliant! Really? I'm totally okay fighting you guys in cold blood over this if I have to, you know? But Magari, occasional compromises are a staple among friends and help make the bonds of friendship stronger, so I hear. Seriously? Yeah, believe it or not. This entire conversation was raising a lot of questions for me, and not just the obvious ones. Mizuki barely even seemed to know what the word compromise meant, and Aiko seemed to be basing her understanding of it entirely on hearsay. Was it really possible that neither of them had really actually compromised on something before? This might be the first compromise, yeah. What kind of life have these two been living? So, Sayaka, you'll get to feed Naho and kiss her on the cheek. In exchange, I'll get to kiss Naho on the cheek myself. And Magari will get to feed her. That should make everything equal. And then voila! Case closed, right? Why me? Fine, today's the day I made new friends, so I guess I'll try this compromise thing. But this is a one-time only deal. Fair enough. Okay, I'll go along with this. Not you too, Sayaka. Everybody wants to be that special someone for you, Naho. But we're all holding back. Still, if I need to sit back and watch others flirt with you, I can do that. For the greater good. Are you hearing yourself, Sayaka? Alright, Naho, ready or not, here I come! Oh boy. Sayaka stood up from her seat and grasped my shoulders with both hands. She had a serious solemn look in her eyes. She's gonna go for the lips, isn't she? Sayaka? I'm going to start with a kiss on the cheek, then after that, I want you to open up and say ah for me. I'm next then. I should stand in line, Sayaka. Me too! Make sure you don't take too long though, Sayaka. Remember, there are our customers waiting. Aiko and Mizuki rose from their seats and coiled up behind Sayaka. What is this chapter became, like really? The actual our customers looked very uncomfortable. They were half watching, half intentionally averting their eyes, and seemingly unconcerned which approach was more proper. You know, I don't blame them. Thank you for this treat. Sayaka's face slowly approached mine. It was only a kiss on the cheek, but her expression was that of a microsurgeon focusing on a patient. It made me extremely, unexplicably nervous, and I don't blame you. Wait, I need time to prepare. But I wasn't going to get any. Sayaka was about to bring it in for the landing, but there was no stopping her now. Fine, if you're going to do this, just do it. Like a warrior preparing to go into battle, I tightly closed my eyes and awaited my destiny. Huh? Inumaru's sudden, unexpected explanation caused me to jump and seemed to pause Sayaka's advance as well. When I opened my eyes, I could see that Sayaka was not at all happy with her childhood friend. What the hell, Inumaru? This was my moment! Oh. Of course he had to break the moment. Saved by the yell. I breathed a breathless sigh of relief and turned my face to face Inumaru. He'd been eating the mountain of sweets in silence this whole time, but was now pointing outside the window. Over there! We each followed his finger to the sky. Dyed with the setting sun, the heavens above were a beautiful shade of crimson-infused purple. And there, right where he was pointing, we could see a small distortion in the air. That's... Yeah, apparently the sweets were so good, she's passing on. Hey! Sayaka's plan actually worked! How about that? We completely forgotten about the spirit girl with the weak aura. She had an enormous grin on her face and met our gazes with a courteous bow, then disappeared into the sunset. As we left the cafe, the sun was just peeking out over the distant horizon, growing and smaller by the minute. Dim it? Yeah, dim it! New times! There's hours, there's minutes, there's seconds, and now there's dimmits. We never did find out which particular confection was the one that brought eternal rest to the little girl, but that also wasn't important. All that matters was, she moved on. Well, Mizuki, thank you for the food today. Everything was absolutely delicious. You're very welcome! I'm fit to burst right now. If I indulge in sweets like that every day, I feel out like a beach ball. I should probably give up sugary foods for a while, I agree. For me, it was all so delicious, I'd eat more anytime. Reservations are booked a full year in advance though, so you won't be able to get back in for a while. Oh, no. That sucks. So tasty, it can even pacify spirits. You better watch out. Praise like that will go to my head. I can probably use my influence to sneak in another reservation for you sometime if you want. Could you? That would be fantastic if you could do that. Really? Really? All I ask in return is... say cheese! Huh? Hey, picture! Mizuki's phone produced a sun flash. And before I knew it, my picture had been taken. What are you doing? Commemorating the day's events. Nothing wrong with that, right? She spun her phone around to show me the screen, and my face instantly turned red hot. It was a candid shot of me reacting to the sudden flash with a look of total confusion on my face. And it was apparently now her wallpaper. What kind of expression even is that? Hey, that's no fair. I want to picture you two, Naho. Come on, let me take one. My battery's dead, oh no. Luck is just not on your side today, Sayaka. Yeah, it really isn't. She missed out on feeding Naho, she missed out on a kiss because the spirit was appeased, and now can't even take her friend's picture. Oh dear. That's okay, I'll just take one tomorrow. But a memento of today's events has to come from today, doesn't it? Sayaka, would you like me to take one with my pit phone instead? Naturally, it would have to be a picture of just you, since my phone has eyes for no one else, but still. There'd be no point in that, then. That's not true, I'd be happy. We don't care. I don't give a crap about your happiness. That's so cold. Oh, how could this happen at such an important moment? Sorry, Sayaka, I don't know what to tell ya. She pulled away her phone in disappointment, defeated and forlorn. This seemed to have been an oddly rough day for her, I'd say. I don't think it would be good for Sayaka to spend much more time with Mizuki today. Well, I guess we'll be heading back. See you around, Mizuki. Bye-bye! Mizuki waved her hand in an exaggerated motion, then slinked back into the cafe. Phew, what an exhausting day. No fooling. You think? I had a lot of fun spending all my after-school hours with you, Sayaka. Dogs live such easy lives, don't they? I had a lot of fun, but it seems like you two weren't quite as entertained. How unfortunate. Wow, even without getting your hands on any new spirit items, you still managed to have a good time. Certainly not a bad one. Low-level spirits and gloating from Magari aside, I was able to spend my after-school hours with close friends, and that's something of a first for me. What, you've seriously never spent time with friends after school before, Aiko? I have not. But Aiko, you're so pretty, how can that be? Sayaka's compliment was met with a slight smile. Though it could have just as easily been a pain smile for all I know, since I'm sure this was rousing up some memories Aiko would have rather not thought about. Sayaka's comment definitely came from a place of pure innocence, however. In her mind, cute girls always drink tea and spend time with their friends. After school, it's only natural. I'm usually busy gathering information, and that doesn't leave me with much time to socialize after classes. I also rarely come in contact with common folk who can't see spirits. What? Sayaka stopped dead in her tracks. This seemed to shock her a lot more than it should have. Her expression was almost cartoonish. Aiko looked back at her quizzically, tilting her head a bit. My, did I say something strange? No. I get it now, Aiko. As of today, we're friends! Yay! Friendship! Huh? You're okay with that, right, Naho? We'll both be friends with her. Sure. Given my long turbulent history with Aiko, I wasn't really sold on the idea of counting her among my friends now. And my response wasn't exactly brimming with positivity, but I was kinda put on the spot, so I think it was as fair a response as could be expected. I didn't want to upset Sayaka after all, but the question was, how would Aiko react to this? I'm going to be friends with both of you then. That's right! What do you say? But I'm not exactly friend material, am I? Why would you think that, Aiko? Sayaka says it's okay, so why not just roll with it? If you can think of us as friends, I'm betting your attitude toward us might change a little too. We'll see about that. A decidedly dubious statement to make, but she didn't seem to even realize how it might have come across. So, we're actually friends now? This word kinda tickles the tongue, doesn't it? Friends. Friends. Stop saying the word friends. It's embarrassing. How is it embarrassing? Excuse me, what about me? I am still here, you know. Yeah, but guess what? We don't care. Unless it's Sayaka, you don't really care about us either. We're discussing a friendship among girls. We have no need for boys. In other words, you'll be jealous if I have other female friends, or you'd rather Niwa and I remain as acquaintances. Is that the gist of it? She wouldn't be jealous if you have other female friends. She'd actually be open and welcoming to the idea. More female friends, you might get your mind off her. You are really getting on my nerves. Good. Okay. Sayaka's explosive punches were flying pretty fiercely today, it seemed. Staring down at the now KO'd Inumaru, she suddenly lit up with the brightest smile I'd seen from her since leaving the cafe. Now then, I have a proposal. In memory of today's newly built friendship, how will we get ourselves some sticker photos? Sexy shot, huh? Along a bustling street nearby, we found an arcade with a nice shiny row of sticker photo booths inside. I suspected Sayaka may have chosen this particular arcade for a specific reason. However, I mean it's Sayaka. Does she have to have a particular reason? As there was a large sign by the door which read, "No men allowed." Oh, okay, now I see why. Sorry, Inumaru, you're out. Tough break, Inumaru. Guys can't go in, so you have to wait for us here. What? Wait, hold on! There's fine print, you see? It says, men are allowed when accompanied by a woman. Look, it's written right here. Come on, Naho, Aiko. Let's go. Yep, sorry, buddy. We left Inumaru at the entrance despite his attempts to follow us inside, and we headed straight for the sticker photo booths. You don't feel a little bad for the poor guy, do you? Nah, if Inumaru were in the shoot, who knows what he'd do with those stickers? That's a good point, actually. Aiko provided no argument either, so we all just shrugged off Inumaru's misfortune. I then stepped up into one of the few booths that was unoccupied, signaled the other two to follow. Oh, so this is when we get the picture with the three of us. The one that Aiko has at home. How's this one look? Works for me over here, Aiko! Enter at will! It's quite bright in here. Well, it's a photo booth, of course it's gonna be bright. Aiko was mesmerized by the booth squinting as she looked over the lights among the screen. Is this your first time taking one of these, Aiko? Yes. Though I certainly understand the concept and functionality, of course. Okay then, I'll only give you one expert level piece of advice. When taking a sticker photo, always make sure you're looking at the camera, not the screen. That's some great advice. Alright. Aiko nodded, though her movement felt calculated and stiff. She was clearly very nervous. You'll be fine, Aiko. Come to think of it, the first time I took a sticker photo was also with Sayaka, huh? First time is actually kind of nerve-wracking. Once we picked our shot, let's write Friends Forever on it. We wrote that back when the two of us took our first photo, right, Naho? That's right. I see. Aiko's quick response felt hollow and forced. She was still stiff as a board, like her spirit had been left behind somewhere. In a way, her awkward hesitation had a certain charm to it. It proved that she was being genuine. That she was human. How about we group hug in a picture? I mean, we might as well. Okay. What background should we use? I don't know, you pick. Okay, got it. I made a few quick selections, then the background behind Aiko changed. Huh? She must not have known about that part. It was actually kind of funny. You know, I can imagine a reaction, like the background when you just like suddenly changes. You're like, ooh. Okay, here we go. Right. Oh, Aiko, come closer, hurry. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Snap! Pictures! And there it is. Exactly the picture that we saw way back before Aiko left for Heavenly Host. After several flashes and quicks, an image of us was displayed on the monitor. In it, Sayaka and I were hugging, but Aiko was standing behind us with a furtive look in her eyes. Oh, Aiko, why weren't you embracing us? Oh, you're right, I completely forgot. You were nervous, weren't you? Well, of course she was. It was written like all over her face, like even before the picture was taken. Of course not. Oh, come on, be honest, come on. We're all friends here. I mean, it's official now with this picture, come on. Aiko's mouth said no, but her blood-red cheeks said otherwise. This was the first time I ever seen Aiko flustered. Why don't we take one more? No, I like this one. I think it shows our true natures, plus it's kind of funny, don't you think? Aiko touched the monitor with her finger and laughed. Alright, let's call it a day here then. Okay! I wonder if this will make Mizuki jealous. Oh, yep, it will. Is that what you were after all along? Of course not! It was to commemorate the forming of our friendship with Aiko. Sayaka spun gleefully in place and held one hand out to Aiko. At first we didn't get along too well, but I get the feeling that deep down, where it counts, you're not such a bad person at all. I hope we can be the bestest of buds from here on out. To our new friendship. This is what I like about this girl. I'd always had a tendency to either be way too blunt or way too familiar with people, bringing them down to my level, without even realizing it. But on numerous occasions, I truly felt like Sayaka had saved me from myself. To our new friendship, Sayaka. And to you, Naho. Aiko shook hands with Sayaka and smiled at me. Yeah, friendship! Cold and blunt as usual. But I could feel the red spraying across my face, and I was certain Sayaka and Aiko knew how I felt regardless. Oh, and now we're back here. Naho's face turning red and Sayaka smiling gleefully. Two beautiful, endless expressive images. Gone forever. That day almost feels like a dream now. The funny thing is, nothing of note had really even happened. We just ate a lot of sweets, talked for a long time, and took sticker photos. All told, we'd only spent a few hours with each other. Just a few wild hours, messing around after school one day. But those days are never coming back. Naho and Sayaka are now dead. And their deaths triggered an intense despair, hatred, and sheer insanity inside Hiroyuki. All of which was directed squarely at me. That day, we were all laughing together, and now nobody laughs. Where had things gone wrong? Somewhere along the line, somebody must have made some kind of mistake. But who? Is it my fault? Cannot forgive. Cannot forgive. Will not forgive. I had to apologize. It's not going to do him any good. He's no longer there. Both of the girls who'd already died, and to the person who had gone mad right before my eyes. I'm sorry. Oh dear. I couldn't even get the whole word out. The sheer depths of his rage bore into my skull, and out I went like a light. Why'd she not die then? How'd she survive? I guess we'll never know how Aiko survived that then. I mean, we were told how she survived the fire, and I was assuming up till now she survived that attack because she, you know, got really fast and managed to get away, but I guess not. But that's the end of Extra Chapter 4, Memories Like Beautiful Dreams. Maybe we'll revisit that story later on, we'll see. And we got some soulful testimonies. Alright, well that is the end of Extra Chapter 4, and that's the end of today's episode, so thank you everybody for joining me in Combat Quartz Party Blood Drive. Hope you guys are enjoying this, and I will see you guys next time as we visit Extra Chapter 5. See you guys then, thank you for joining me, have a nice day, bye everybody.